Go. All right. Well, this is my first video, so I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm sure the audio quality is terrible. But figured I'd give it a shot. So I think I'm going to take a look at the Coinbase chart. I had posted on my TradingView account twice, actually. I posted an analysis of Coinbase. The first one, you guys got to keep in mind, charts are always evolving, right? And as price action progresses, you are going to have a change in trend lines, support and resistance levels. And that's going to change the probabilities of, trade setups. But that's just part of being a trader. And so I might have been, I don't know, a few days ago, I had posted a chart, and this was the trend line that I had used because at the time, price was somewhere right around here. Basically, you can see this red resistance level. I'll make that a little bit brighter so you guys can see it. So when price came up, created this high, this trend line wasn't here yet, but basically we got this high right here, right? And then, so we have a resistance level here, price broke through. And when that happened, obviously, I'm like, okay, well, where is price going to go next? So as a trader, I'm trying to anticipate that and potentially, oh, give me 1 second, guys. I'm getting a notification from YouTube that my bitrate is too low. Okay, let me see if I can change the bitrate real quick, and then we can get back into it. Let's see. Let's see, video. Not really sure. Oh, there we go. Try this. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just bumping up the bit rate. Again, this is my first time actually doing any sort of stream or video on YouTube, so I really don't know what I'm using. Hopefully the audio quality is fine. Anyways, let's get back into it. So now I was keeping an eye on Coinbase for potential short. Reason being is because you can see, we had this move up, and then we got a bull flag, which obviously indicates to me that price is going to continue higher, right? Which it did. And a lot of times a double top like this would be a good short setup. But, Coinbase obviously goes off of Bitcoin's price action in a lot of ways. So essentially, although I typically might have gone short here, I was keeping an eye on Bitcoin, and it looked like Bitcoin was going to go higher. So taking those two things into account, that made me think, well, maybe this isn't such a good short level, because if Bitcoin goes up and gets a move, plus we were going into the crypto week. So just kind of factoring in those things, I was like, you know what, I'm not really going to take this short. Just a little bit too risky. And there's a lot of momentum in these candles too. So, anyways, so price made a new high, right? At least compared to this high. And it went up here. So then I'm thinking, okay, well, where is price going to stop? So I took a trend line from this high to this high, extended it out, and you can see we had this nice level. So I thought, okay, well, maybe that's where price is going to stop. And sure enough, today it broke straight on through. But what I find really interesting is we have this crazy topping tail on the charts today. And if we go back, so this was the very first candle ever in Coinbase. This is when Coinbase IPO'd, and the high of that candle was 429, let's see, what is it? 429, 429.86 or something like that. Anyways, if we extend a resistance level straight across, you can see where it intersects with this trend line. And so I thought, okay, well, that's going to be major resistance for Coinbase, right? Obviously, when price got up to somewhere in this region, I'm like, okay, well, it's at least going to retest the IPO candle. And sure enough, that's what it's doing today. But you can see all the selling pressure that we have. So if I was day trading, which I'm not today, but if I was, I potentially would have taken that trade. I mean, that's like, that candle, look at all that selling pressure. So it just goes to show, you know, technical analysis, while it's never 100%, it's definitely, if you find a high setup, high probability setup, it could be somewhere in the range of, you know, 70, 80% probabilities. So, so then what about from here, right? So, I mean, if we have this major resistance, which is a prior all-time high, plus factoring in that that was the IPO candle, that's going to add significant, a significant psychological factor to the resistance. So in my opinion, I could be wrong, but I think that this is probably going to be the new high on Coinbase. So, you know, you never know, but just based off the charts and the probabilities, I mean, at least I would say in the meantime, I think we're going to get a pullback. I mean, this chart is obviously totally overextended, right? I mean, if we just look at the RSI, you can even see here we have bearish divergence on the RSI. I mean, this is like, you can see right here, and if we extend it over, although price created a higher high, we have a lower high on the RSI. I mean, that is clear-cut bearish divergence. So, obviously the RSI, you know, it's not 100% accurate, but basically what this means is, essentially it's running out of energy. So, there's just a lot of signals telling me that this is very bearish and that we're likely going to see a pullback in price.